Declan Rice playing his 300th game in the English Premier League tomorrow, facing up against Leeds United right there in the Premier League. So my Gunners fans, gather around. Let's look at Mikel Arteta's press conference going into this game in details. Do the honors by liking, follow, and smash the subscribe button. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section as well. Okay, going into this game, he went on to give us injury updates from the camp of the Arsenal team, and he went on to say that facing up against Kairat in the UEFA Champions League, we didn't sustain any injury. The likes of Jurriën Timber and William Saliba actually sustained a knock, but they are actually available going into this particular game. That is in terms of injury update. Moving on as well, he went on to talk about Max Dowman signing his pre-contract today, and he's going to sign his first professional contract as an Arsenal player when he turns 17 by December of this year, 2026. And he went on to talk about this is actually a good one for the player, his family, and for the club. And there's no doubt in terms of this particular player, he's actually good in terms of talent-wise, in terms of that is Max Dowman, to be precise. And the press went on to ask him about after the win, or looking at the win facing up against Kairat Amate, how does that win basically make the Arsenal players to forget the loss against Manchester United? And he went on to say that at the end, you have to understand that where we are is actually a very difficult place. And for we to be in this very difficult situation, it actually means that the Arsenal team has actually ended. That is what he has to say in terms of that particular question when being asked. And he went on to also address the question from the press when they talk about Martin Odegaard having only 4 game contributions, so far so good in the English Premier League by scoring 1 goal and 3 assists so far. He went on to say that you all have forgotten that this player has gone out injured 3 times so far this season. He needs more game time in terms of him recovering and coming back to speed in terms of fitness. But if you know this player off the pitch, you know that he's actually a good player and he has the talent. It's just a matter of time in terms of him returning back to the Arsenal team. And in terms of will he be replaced by any other player, he don't intend to replace him as it stands right now. That is in terms of Martin Odegaard. The press went on to also talk about Kai Havertz starting his first game for the Arsenal team since returning back from injury, facing up against Kairat Amate in the UEFA Champions League, scoring a goal and dropping 2 assists. Looking at the performance of this player, are we going to see him in subsequent games? He said, yes, we are going to see him in subsequent games as well, but we need to manage the workload in terms of this particular player so that the injuries will not reoccur. That is in terms of Kai Havertz. The press went on to talk about the return of Kai Havertz will also create room for competition in the Arsenal attack. How do the gaffer in the person of Mikel Arteta see this? How do he feel about that? He said that it's actually a good one in terms of Kai Havertz returning back to the team. Creating room for competition is actually good. In as much as we are creating room for competition in terms of the Arsenal attack for the likes of Victor Gyökeres and Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz as a player doesn't just play the attacking role. He can also play other roles in the Arsenal team. This is what Mikel Arteta has to say in terms of Kai Havertz situation. Moving on as well, they also brought about Christian Norgaard, talking about Mikel Arteta has always been praising Christian Norgaard on and off the pitch. That is actually a good player, but they noticed that in match day squad, they hardly find him in the match day squad. And Mikel Arteta said that for Christian Norgaard not being in the match day squad doesn't mean he's not a good player. But the Premier League rule says that we are only entitled to place a team player in a match day squad. So there is no enough space, but he's using this opportunity to plead to the Premier League to add more slots so that more players can be added into the match day squad. So as it stands right now, he's not trying to say that Christian Norgaard is not a good player. He has delivered whenever he's been called upon. Talent-wise, quality-wise, he has it in him. There is no doubt in terms of this particular player. The press went on to also ask him about how did he feel about Man City signing the likes of Semenyo and Guehi in terms of their new January recruits. And he said that he has nothing to say. Manchester City is Manchester City, and they have to do the business in terms of getting quality so that they can compete in the league. And the press went on as well to also address the part of Pep Guardiola regarding the Arsenal team as the best team in the world. How do he feel? Did he feel that Pep Guardiola is actually lying in any form of way? He said no. He feel that he's actually saying the truth, and him and Pep has a good relationship, and they have been together for about 4.5 years. So there is no cause for him to come out and be lying that the Arsenal team is not the best team in the world. So they have a good rapport for Pep to say that the Arsenal team is actually the best team in the world. That is in terms of that. So my Gunners fans, in all I've said so far, so good. What are your takes? What are your plus and minus? Let me know your thoughts in respect to some of the talks or some of the discussion that held down in the press conference going into this game. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Do it to like, follow, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Okay, follow and leave a like, smash the subscribe button if you're actually watching me for the very first time. That is the only love and support you can give your guy as it starts right now. As usual, I don't